Hi there, welcome to the Faces of Alex SE podcast. Today I have two special guests for you, Perry and Godfred. Why are they here? Because they have done big things and they have shined while doing hard things. My name is Terry Nafula Angela, and I will be the host for this podcast today. And I would like to introduce you to Perry and Godfred, who did some really outstanding work in the tech world that they got noticed by Microsoft. I know, Microsoft. Yeah, and they got a chance to go to an all expenses paid trip to attend a Microsoft event in Seattle. And that's a great achievement. Like, wow, you guys are shining. So we brought them here today to just let you guys know that people in ALX are doing big things, and to let us know, how did they do this? You know, how did this happen for them? How did they get to that point of recognition? What makes them shine the way they do? But first, they're going to introduce themselves to you and tell you a few things about themselves. So Perry, hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing great. Yourself?
Okay, so what do you do, Perry? Tell me a few things about you.
So my name is Perry Governor. I'm a graduate from ALX Software Engineering. I graduated with a course 5, and I'm currently a final year student studying Bachelor of Science in Information Tech Management at University of Operational Science and Technology. I'm currently a front-end developer using Flutter in web development. That's what I do.
All right.
I'm also into artificial intelligence. I research about AI. I'm an AI researcher. Yeah,
okay. That's really good. Good to know you. Godfred, how are you? What do you do? Tell us a few things about you.
Okay, so my name is Godfred Audi. I'm currently a student at K University, my final year, and I'm also an SE learner at ALS, cohort 19, about to enter into my 3-month specialization. So my field of interest is designing and also software engineering. But of late, recently, looking at how things are evolving in the tech space, things are evolving so fast. I want to leverage data. I tell people mostly that data is the new electricity in town, like it's full of stuff, and also how to leverage on this AI tools to improve or solve problems in Africa, particularly.
All right. That's really good. That's a great start. A few things about me. My name is Terry Nafula. I am your host for today. I work with ALX, former law student, and yeah, let's delve into this interview. So we had word of the fact that you did some really outstanding work that really impressed Microsoft, that you guys got this great opportunity. Would you want to tell us about it? What did you do? How did this happen? What was this event? You know, give us some hacks.
Okay, I think I'll go first. It all started with me seeing a very real opportunity. Sometimes most people think opportunity comes, but they come in a greater form, like it has to be shining for us to know that we got to pick this opportunity. But it was when Fred Swanica was coming to Africa to have this exclusive tech discussion. So they sent out the form for people to apply. Then I also hop on it because I believe in some of the principles Fred Swanica also believes in. So I was so excited to join this event. I didn't actually know it was being like we have to apply to be selected to be part of the panel discussion. So I talk so passionately about myself and some of the tech projects I was working on. Then voila, after a few days, I received an email saying I've been selected and shortlisted for the panel discussion. So that's where it started from. Last year, December, the event came live. So I was opportunity to be part of those 3 people who were in a panel discussion during the event. So I talked about one project I was working on. Please, I'm coming. Okay, so I passionately talk about the tech project I was working on. Then that was a web application to help you navigate through mental problem. Because in Africa, when you are facing a mental distress or even an emotional distress, we say you are joking, and a lot of people go through them, which end up them killing themselves, committing suicide, and all those things. So I was talking then gracefully. There was a developer of accessibility and inclusion at Microsoft. He heard what I was doing. She was so proud. Like even though how tech is evolving, I've been able to create something like include people, like those people who are actually emotionally distressed and all those things. Then we took it from there, we connected from LinkedIn, and I am today. So that was
Okay, I have a question. Maybe I haven't understood you right, but you're passionate about people's mental health.
Yes, I do.
And you use your tech skills to include them in what exactly? Like, how do you do this and how do you make it better for them? Exactly.
Okay, so currently, when you are facing or going through an emotional distress, you can't come to social media, you can't come to this tech space. If it's an app, like you can't talk about it. It's like in Africa, there's this kind of stigma around mental health. When you are facing it, people think you are mad, you are crazy, but it's all part of life. At every point in someone's journey, in our journey, we will face some emotional breakthrough, some emotional distress. So I was thinking, okay, how can I use tech? Can I create an app? Let's say if you are going through a terrible situation, like you feel down, you can connect with other people who are also going through the same thing. Or you can just sometimes when you are going through emotional distress, all you need is just for a listener to be there, to just listen to your troubles, to just listen to your problems. So we had a feature where we call it the room, so the listening room. So you go there, you pick someone, then you just unburden all your troubles on that person. Then another feature we're trying to also build was the anonymous feature. Okay, sometimes we don't want other people to know the person behind this story or this trauma story. So you can sign up anonymously, just talk about your feelings, just write it down to unburden yourself. So that was how we were trying to include youth especially who was going through emotional distress in this space to try and remove the stigma around mental health.
This is so cool. Wow, that's impressive. So people that are listening in, are they people or are they AI robots?
They are humans. For now, meaning AI robots. No, they are humans actually.
They are humans.
Yes.
So like, what's the criteria to qualify? Because that's a serious job.
Yeah. So we are actually in the prototyping phase. We have not really gotten some resources. So we actually wanted to for you to sign up, we have some criteria for you to become a listener. Like those are prioritized. Not just everyone on the app can become a listener. Maybe you share some of your personal details. We vet you, then we actually bring you on board so that you can be in that listening space. Because confident, we have to also keep people's information or people's story confidential.
Very impressive. Genuinely, very, very impressive. All right, Perry, please tell us your story. How did this happen for you?
Okay, so it was started when I was invited to this exclusive event which happened here in Accra at the Silicon Hub. So during the event, I got to meet people from all over the world. And at my index was Brenda, who was the cancer advocate. I went to a research about my head and I saw she was a cancer advocate, and also doing a research on how to leverage artificial intelligence to detect cancer at its earliest stage as possible using blood samples. So that's what I did. And after the event, I got to talk to this lady on LinkedIn, and I posted it. And I did a cool email. I posted it on LinkedIn about how passionate I am about this thing, and so it all started when my kid brother, his bestie, was diagnosed with detected its tumors, like cancer cells in their blood at the earliest stage as possible. So I put this thing up to myself, and after I talked to this director from Microsoft, who is the director for inclusion and accessibility. So after we talked, I told her how I want to do this and how I want the world to be inclusive, and me upgrading accessibility, advancing accessibility in Ghana. So that's basically how it all got up to this, and I really want the tech guys who are into artificial intelligence and wants to use AI the life of people to come together.
Well, Perry,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, what's your story with cancer? Like, what inspired you to say, I would like to make big moves and change the world or change the medical sector and improve people's health and detect cancer while it's still early?
Okay, so the story, that's what I said. The story all started when my kid brother, who is Percy, was diagnosed with this tumor at his leg, like on his leg, leading to his amputation. So it got up to me as a software engineer to do this research about cancer. So after doing the research, I got to know that it's not only us who are not, it's not only like my family or my family, let me see, my family who is going through this thing. It's something that is there, and it's almost 70 to 80% of Ghanaians also goes through it, and they don't see it at the earliest stage, because most people see this tumor as normal bumps and also normal piles on their legs and on their hands. So they don't really like to go and for checkouts. Like personally for me, this is really personal. When he had it, we first did some scans on his leg, and we got to know that these scans were just we didn't see anything like wrong with the leg, and the bones were alright, everything alright. So the doctor was like, it's just it's nothing, it's just let me see, a bump on the leg. So after some few medical examinations and doing a biopsy, we got to know that this is really a stage 4 cancer at the leg, a tumor. So after this, the only suggestion the doctors did was to amputate my brother here. So after the amputation, I was really down, and I started going on the internet, searching, getting to know how these people survive. These people are able to go out with their various activities. So I just I was there one day, and I said, why don't I try and voice out this initiative to the world. Let it be my mission to the world that let me create this thing. Let me try and make people, the tech guys in Africa or Ghana, come together and make this possible. So I started doing some researches, and I got to know that it's something that people also work on. And in 2019, there was a cancer, which is the cancer AI. They also did it. It's also a group of people. They also did it, but we are trying to base it in Africa and also Ghana. Let me say Ghana in Africa. So I bring this to myself. So after this is really tough. So after I was like, let me make this happen. So that's what I told the director from Microsoft, and also she's also into that, trying to make the world possible, and about the ability, making ability, disability is not inability. So trying to bridge the gap between people between disability. I want to bring the gap of disability diversity, making people with disability able to access everything. So that's how come I also volunteered with in the Ability Summit, Microsoft Ability Summit. I also volunteered where my task was to bring out my colleagues who are also passionate about I'm passionate about bringing inclusion, making people with disability part of the world, part of our corporate environment. So this all got up together, and she was like, she's really passionate about how I am about this thing, and really I want this thing was really something. It was a really tough thing for me to bear. So I just don't want anyone to also go through this, or maybe their family members to also go through this. So I just want to just create the system. It's still on the planning phase, and it's still I'm still doing more research about how to use this AI, making this possible, because I want it to be in a way that you can predict it, and a person can be on diet, so that even if the tumor will come at some point, the diets, humans, there are some foods where you having cancer tumors, like cancer cells in your blood, you eat, it will just make it come like more or maybe grow faster. So yeah, this thing, when you're able to diagnose this thing at this earliest stage as possible, we will able to make the person go on diets, so that the person will, and also frequent checkup, those things. Yeah, so this yeah.
See, you guys are really doing very inspirational things, and unfortunately I know you couldn't make it to Seattle, but you went for the Microsoft Build event. How was that for you? What did it do for your dreams? Did you guys have a platform where you could actually express this with the world? Tell us, how was that event for you? Godfred.
Okay, I wouldn't say it was so disappointing for us not going to Seattle, but I would say it was an enriching journey, because from the onset, when we were selected to attend the Microsoft Build event, I was like, wow, like this one of Tech's biggest annual conference, and I'm glad to be part of the journey. So we started acquiring documents and all those things, but unfortunately for us in Ghana, things didn't go as planned. But Alexia, the director of inclusion and accessibility at Microsoft, did everything possible to make sure that even we were joining virtually, we could still live the moment in their lens. So there was a platform for us, which was the Microsoft Build platform, where you could add sessions, you could listen to live keynotes from these tech leaders and all those things. So we were participating over there, but she also went further to create a private platform for us, which was on WhatsApp, where we connected with some other community partners who were also there live on the event ground. So they were sending us pictures, they were sending us videos. Then at some point in time, we will join on a video call so that we can share one or two things to them. And there were discussions about the ongoing announcements. And to be honest, this year's Microsoft Build event was full of announcements like AI, like groundbreaking AI, and it's just so amazing. Just as Satya Nadella said, the CEO of Microsoft, he said, in previous years we wanted computers to, we were trying to understand computers, but looking at where the world is going, it seems computer will be able to understand us. Like, okay, when you give an image to a computer, would it be able to tell us what that image is? when you talk to the computer, would it be able to understand you and give you the feedback you want? And what Microsoft has been doing, like with from their Copilot, introducing the Copilot Plus PCs, from Microsoft's Fabric to, in fact, all their apps. It's like AI is being integrated. They are leveraging AI. So you just imagine whatever work you are doing. Let's say you take about 4 hours to work on a particular thing, but with AI at our fingertips, you can save about 50% of your time, and this is going to boost productivity. So we in Africa, we have to also try and embrace this AI experience. And it's not just what people think that, okay, with AI it's going to take our jobs. No, don't think that way. Just take this, just embrace it, learn it, so that you can also have an upper hand. So there is this saying, AI won't take our jobs, but people who can leverage AI can take your job. Because when you are comparing the two people, one can save 50% of time, and the other person is just using the whole 4 hours just to do the same thing the person who is saving 50% of time is doing. So why not leverage AI? And I always say something, it's not about what AI can do for Africa, but it's about what we Africans, like we the youth, when we start to leverage AI, what we can do for the world. We have to believe in our potentials. Our voices must be heard. So when they also started talking about inclusivity, accessibility, because they didn't just do it for the normal people who are also, sometimes they think they are being left out. Now with AI, let me say the deaf and dumb, they can also communicate with other people. Those people who can't see, with computer vision, they can feel a sense, like they can even watch movie. Like it's the Microsoft build was just so amazing. Like the experience was amazing, to be honest, connecting with people who were live on the grounds, like having a discussion. Okay, so what we have learned from Microsoft build, the announcement, how can we developers, like software developers, software engineers, what can we create like in Africa, so that we the African people, we the African continent, can also be part of this journey. So I would say it was an exciting and an enriching journey for me for this year's Microsoft Build conference.
That's very wholesome, very, very wholesome. People doing big things. May I ask, did they offer you any help to build on your idea or your project?
Okay, so for now, what they just gave us access to some of their, maybe there's a challenge, you can take some courses so that you can get to know how to use this ChatGPT for, like, you get access to this open AI services, then maybe you can create something. But let me say some one or two discussions are still ongoing for what lies in the future, because from them, they are so excited for, let me say, the next opportunities that lies ahead for us.
Okay, I'm also excited for the next opportunities ahead for you guys. You guys are really inspiring the world. You're inspiring me, you know, and I've really learned from you that, AI is not going to take our jobs. It's people who know how to leverage it that will, and thanks. We need to hear that. Okay, perfect. Perry, it's your turn. How's the build experience for you, the Microsoft build, and how did it change or shift your perspective or build on your idea on, like, this project you want to work on? Did you feel like this is actually a possibility and there's a part of this world, there are people out there that are willing to help me and to make this come to life?
As Godfred rightly said, we are able to experience every bit of Microsoft build, and we see how artificial intelligence is now making the world. They said artificial. The world is artificial, like AI indeed. Like the world is not right now an artificial world, like artificial intelligence world. So we also being an AI researcher has made me realize that this thing I've taken upon myself, this mission, will be a mission to come and pass, because now the world is AI, and I'll be getting a lot of people who will also be able to come on board, also AI researchers, and also now introducing the they said they're introducing the co-pilots plus PC, but it's really like a news for me, like a heartbreaking news for me. I really liked how it was, and I'm glad I was part of it and had people, got to know people, and I'm really happy for this opportunity. Yeah.
So, what would you say to a student out there who has a dream and they don't think it's possible? For example, I found it really genius when you talked about how you could use or leverage AI, not really AI, but software engineering to fix mental health issues. You could use AI to fix cancer issues and detect health problems. What would you tell someone who feels like they're stuck or they don't know whether it would work? How did you reach that point of this can actually be possible? Because I'm sure the first time you thought about it, you were like, but how? In my head, if I wanted to fix cancer, I would go to school to be a doctor. But look at you. You get. So what do you tell someone who thinks they are limited? Who do I ask? Perry.
Okay, so what I would say is, in God everything is possible. Let me keep God first. In God everything is possible, and I would say I didn't know I'll get to this stage, and I didn't know I'll be here today. It was all based on some advice I got from my sister, and so doing extracurricular activities. So what I would tell people out there, students out there, is it's going to be hard, it's going to be tough, but just put your mind to it. Put your mind to it that this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to achieve, and just work towards it, and surely it will come to pass. That's
okay. Thank you so much, Godfred. What would you tell a student
Okay.
in such a situation?
Wow. I would say we are all entering the digital age, or we have all entered the digital age, and as software engineers, or let me say ALS learners, we have the potential. We have to believe in ourselves that we can turn this this vision of everyone having accessibility, like everyone being included in this digital age, not left out, into reality. But we have to embrace AI. We have to leverage AI, because the world is changing, things are changing so quickly, the world is evolving, and they should first of all believe in themselves. Although sometimes it's difficult, imposter syndrome and all those things, but they should just clear it out. Yes, I can do it, and go in for it. They shouldn't just sit down waiting for opportunities to come. Sometimes the opportunity was just right in front of you, but because it's not shining, you'll be like, no, I won't do this. Every little thing they are doing, they should try and do it with excellency, work with it, because you don't know when that small piece of project, that to-do list project, that mobile app you are creating is going to speak for you out there. So they should keep on building. They should learn by building. Yeah, that would be my words of thought for the ALS learners. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That's very wise. I guess I've also learned from you that dare to dream. It's okay to dream. It's okay to have a dream. One day someone will see you. Your dreams are valid, and don't ever disqualify them. Because, like you said, you talked about opportunities and shining opportunities, and I realized that opportunity also has to find you ready. If this thing came up and you had never thought about these things, you had never sat down with yourself and said, what would I want to change in this world? How would I want to affect and make this world a better place? You would have been forgotten, or you would have been unseen. And yet within us is a dream. All of us have dreams that actually are valid and are possible. And our dreams don't really come from without. Based on both your stories, I can tell that you guys are shining because you drew your ideas from within you, from your experiences, from your environment, from the world around you. Many times I think the big thing we're going to do with our lives is out there, but it's truly always hidden within us. And That's very powerful. It sort of reminds me I don't have to look far. I can work on myself, look within, and draw from within what's really in my heart and see what I can do with that. I hope whoever listens to this also sees that. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for attending and honoring me with your presence and being here for this podcast. It was amazing to meet you. I can't wait to see what's going to come of all of you guys. At least, like, when that app is out, I'll be like, I know him. I know the brainchild of, the cancer detector AI. I know the brainchild of I don't know, what do I call it? The online therapist? I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, but
it's just a safe space for everyone.
Yeah, safe space. You could just call it safe space. Like,
that's the name actually.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah, safe
Okay.
space. I know you. Yeah, and it's wonderful to meet all of you. And keep doing hard things. Keep the flag flying high. I have actually genuinely been inspired by both of you. I'm not saying it as a joke. I really, really do mean it. And have a lovely day. I should leave you to keep doing what you're doing. Take care. And to our audience, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more great stories about students in ALX doing hard and big things, changing the world. Remember to subscribe and to like and share with a friend. This may bless them. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you, Terry. Do hard things, yeah, let's.